What's up, guys? It's been a while. In today's video, I just wanted to catch you guys up on some of the things that I've been up to and to let you know that I'm still here and I'm still dedicated to growing the channel and providing value for all of you. As some of you may know, I'm still a full-time carpenter and I've actually been laid off 3 times in the last 3 months. And part of that reason is due to the truckers striking and not being able to deliver concrete to a lot of our job sites. And the other reason was due to COVID, which you can check out in my last videos. Since 2019, I've worked for Elite Millwork Installation, installing cabinets, doing interior finish work for commercial buildings in downtown Seattle. And I was recently laid off in December due to a lack of jobs in the pipeline. And I got hired at Lease Crutcher Lewis, where I was working at a cancer research lab in downtown. And I got laid off from there for the same reason. And after that, I got hired at Goebel Fixtures, doing some interior finish work at a hotel near the waterfront. And I'll be starting my new job with McKinstry this Monday. Now, some of you might ask, hey Beau, don't you think this is a sign? Shouldn't you be focusing on real estate full time instead of bothering with getting a job doing physical labor, working for someone else, trading your time for money, helping them build their dream instead of yours? Well, yes, I actually have thought of this, but sadly, as a new agent, it takes time to build momentum, and just like with any entrepreneurial endeavor, one must have the time and capital to invest in building one's business, and you shouldn't expect to make any money right away. Point being, it takes time to build momentum as a new agent, and unless you already have clients in the pipeline, it's going to take you some time before you can start actually making money doing it. So being that I'm a new agent and I still haven't developed a client base to where I can make consistent income, I have to continue working my job in order to pay my bills and continue to survive. That being said, the reason that I did get into real estate was so that I could build my own dreams instead of working on someone else's like you do at a normal job. I've always been a huge proponent of financial freedom, and I highly recommend you check out YouTube channels like Andre Jick, Meet Kevin, Jeremy with Financial Education, and Graham Stephan. Those guys have definitely inspired me a lot and have helped me along my financial journey. But going back to real estate, I first got into it through watching the Stock Market Live YouTube channel and got inspired to take my coursework and get my license. And if you're interested in getting your real estate license through Washington State, I'll provide a link below for all the steps, but you're gonna have to take 90 hours of coursework, which is 60 hours of real estate fundamentals and 30 hours of real estate practices. And then after completing the coursework, you'll have to pass the broker's exam, where there's a national and a state portion. I actually passed the national portion on my first try, but took 2 more times to pass the state portion. After getting my license, I looked into different brokerages and discovered Redfin, which operates slightly different than a traditional brokerage, being that as a full-time lead agent, you are paid a salary and you get bonuses instead of getting income purely based on commission from sales. They also have a job you can do as a showing agent, which basically works like Uber for real estate. You can work as many hours or as little as you want, and you basically create your own schedule. I figured this would work pretty well with my current situation as a full-time carpenter, and I could just show a few houses after work and make some supplemental income. It turns out that it was actually a really great idea, and I was able to double my income working 40 hours a week doing carpentry full-time and spending the rest of my day, including weekends, showing houses with Redfin, bringing my total monthly income to almost $10,000. The only downside was that I was working about 90 hours a week, which didn't leave me very much time to pay attention to my dog, my girlfriend, my family. So it wasn't a very healthy situation in that sense. The other negative aspect about working as a showing agent was that I couldn't close any deals myself or have any of my own clients. This was a problem for me because right away I could see that there wasn't very much growth unless I wanted to quit my carpentry job and be a full-time lead agent with Redfin, which I wasn't prepared to do, so I had to look into other options. On the other hand, if you got your real estate license and you don't mind not being able to close deals, being a showing agent for Redfin is actually a pretty good way to supplement your income. So after doing Redfin for a few months, I looked into other options and discovered eXp Realty. And the funny thing about eXp and Redfin is they're both founded in Washington State, and both of the CEOs' names are Glenn. I just thought that was pretty interesting. And if you want to know more about EXP's business model and the way that they work, just shoot me an email or a text and I'll be happy to schedule a private Zoom call with you and explain it a little bit further. The main thing that interested me about EXP was the fact that I could close my own deals and I could also maintain my full-time position as a carpenter. There was no full-time upfront commitment with EXP as there was with the lead agent position at Redfin. In retrospect, I would have actually liked to continue working for Redfin for maybe a few more months just so that I could be in a better financial position and have all my debt paid off. But I also didn't account for getting COVID and having everything pushed back, and I didn't know that I was going to be laid off from my job back to back to back. I do plan to commit to a full-time career in real estate, but only when I have a large enough client base and consistent enough income to where it wouldn't be a huge financial risk. I love carpentry and I love building things, working with my hands, but I would love it a lot more if I could do it on my own time and for myself rather than working for another company and building something that I'm probably never going to be able to enjoy myself. One of my long-term goals is actually to start a business incorporating filmmaking, carpentry, and permaculture, but I'll get to that in another video. For now, I plan to continue working my union job, growing my real estate business, investing and funding my future goals and projects, all while giving away 5% of my commission toward charity. I'm a huge believer in generosity, and I think that rather than giving away a bunch of money at the end of your life after you've saved it all up, being generous along the way and supporting others who serve the community in different ways will have a much greater impact over time. I've actually done some research and compiled a list of charities that I like to donate to, but I'm also open to any charity that you have in mind and would love to donate to them as well. If you would like to do business with me in the future or refer my services to a friend, please reach out anytime. All of my contact info is listed below. Shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I'll always be happy to respond. I'll continue to post weekly videos from here on out, but the longer, higher quality videos that take a little bit more time, I'm going to be switching that to once a month until I can save up enough content to be able to share them more frequently with you guys without stressing myself out and putting too much on my plate. And with that, please like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and reach out to me. Let's do some real estate.